Yo, what is up, everybody? As you can see, I am back with a new What If, or something that's not exactly new to the channel. Many of you that are some of my older subscribers, or have come across the video of the previous Symbiote series, it's basically just that entire series put into a movie formation of all the parts being together and then extended. Now, what do I mean by extended? Well, the definition of extension is literally me adding on to it, so if you couldn't understand that, you might have to actually learn some fucking words. Your vocabulary might be really suckish. But hey, realistically, I haven't done this shit in a while. Welcome new people. So you guys will have to excuse me if some shit doesn't add up perfectly, but honestly, it was just me fucking around for most of it, so highly doubt it would make a big difference when I fuck around in a different way. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this part.
Don't you think you should be asleep?
Demons breaking out, demons breaking out the code. Living dead, living dead, living dead, living dead. Demons breaking out, demons breaking out the code. Living dead, living dead, living dead, living dead. Demons breaking out, demons breaking out the code. Living dead, living dead, living dead, living dead.
Naruto has actually been abducted. He's been abducted by what seems to be another village of shinobi. These shinobi are, we'll say, the Raikage shinobi, because they did previously, if I am not mistaken, try to take Hinata during a filler episode. So why would they not try to take the Jinchuriki for military powers? So they're going to abduct Naruto. As they're taking him along the way, their true goal wasn't to actually make him into a military power. It was to extract the tailed beast within inside him, then use it for military power. They stopped at a meeting place. Now, this meeting place basically is where Naruto is tied down, and he's immediately woken up by pain. He was knocked unconscious during the point of being kidnapped. But once they start extracting the tailed beast from him, he's just roaring out in pain. There's chakra starting to course through his veins. He's starting to gain strength. But it's not enough. They already set many seals on his body to actually counteract that, to take that away as they extract the Nine Tails from him. The Nine Tails, after about a day and a half of them just relentlessly going at it, finally is extracted. This leads towards Naruto only having about 5 minutes left to live. Usually would kill anyone if their tail beast is extracted immediately, but since he's an Uzumaki, he can live a little longer. Now, it's going to turn into him just kind of gasping for air, feeling just how weak he is. Now, the Raikage's shinobi are basically just laughing and scoffing. Who did it? This is a mission success. Raikage is going to be pleased about this one, isn't he? Suddenly, Naruto feels something bonding with his arm, feeling inside the gaping hole of his chest, bonding with him as his body's regenerating of all the parts that have actually been taken away because of the QB being extracted. This leads towards Naruto's body transforming. It's coated in what seems to be a grayish black aura. Just that's it. Basically the picture right now. And then suddenly he's standing up. He's kind of in autopilot mode. He can't really control his body. He's too tired to control it at this moment. But something is. It rushes forward, grabbing one of the shinobi and immediately just obliterating it. Like incinerating it. Rushes over towards another, giving it a gut punch. That shinobi tries fighting back and actually stabs at, what would be Naruto. But its kunai just flies back out, and it regenerates automatically. The shinobi gets its neck broken. The next two shinobi easily get killed. No sweat, not even worth mentioning how easily it was killed. Suddenly the Nine Tails, though. Since the Nine Tails was extracted, it's out on a rampage. They were keeping it under bay somehow, or they were attempting to. But once one of them died, the Nine Tails was gone. They're in a pretty remote location, so it's not too much of a fuss. But this is where the symbiote, or Naruto, takes over. They run over, or it runs over, touching the Nine Tails, and begins absorbing the Nine Tails. It's slowly absorbing all of its power, sucking it back into it, He's sucking its entire being into it. And now the Ninetales is a part of this creature, or Naruto, which they are now one, basically. This leads towards, so the power of the Ninetales is back with Naruto, and the Ninetales conscious is gone. Naruto suddenly wakes back up. He's on the ground. Everything around him is just kind of burnt a little from just the aftermath, and he's kind of confused. Everything felt like a faint dream. Suddenly he hears a voice in his head. Ah, that was pretty fun. Who's there? Oh, I'm the one who saved your life, boy. You should be grateful. Man, that was pretty damn impressive. You took the torture pretty damn well. I was watching for a while. Who are you? Well, I'm just a symbiote. That's what you can call me, I guess. Shouldn't I give you a name? A name? I'm not sure. Should I be given a name? Is there really any meaning for a name? I'm fine with just being called Symbiote. But you have a conscience. You're like a human. But that's where you're mistaken. I am nothing like a human. My power far surpasses the average humans, no matter what. And that tail beast, man, did it enhance our power. Our power? Yeah. We're one now. You and I, buddy, we're in this boat together. We share this body now. Even if I wanted to separate myself, I can't. This is how it is now. Naruto's like confused, and suddenly he's like, what do you mean? Why didn't you consult with me in this? Well, you were going to die. I figured you would want to live rather than die. Naruto just thinks to himself, fair point. So basically it's going to turn into them just kind of conversating the entire time. And, I like the name, I don't know, I just like the name Venom. It's not necessarily any association with the actual, Venom. He is a symbiote, but the name Venom just fits perfectly for a symbiote. So just it's not the same abilities. So just don't mix the two up, alright? So this one's going to be called Venom as well because, fuck, that's just badass. So Venom and Naruto are now, combined in this whole, consciousness. Now, in Naruto's mind, Venom has a physical manifestation that Naruto can see. This leads towards Naruto and him actually agreeing to one deal. Then Naruto looks down and notices something. Wait a minute. Why are my clothes so small? Why are they so tight? Why are my pant legs looking like shorts? Venom's like, oh, I forgot to tell you. Me taking over your body, I used, I had to, more or less change your body a little. What do you mean? Well, I mean, we're gonna be picking up the ladies, are we not? Can't have a 13-year-old over here trying to pick up ladies. Wait, what? You're telling me you can change my body? Oh, yeah. I mean, it was really only a one-time thing that really mattered. But yeah, I should probably tell you, you can't age. And you have crazy instantaneous regeneration, which you seem to already have before, but this is, honestly, hacks. Naruto is just taken off guard. He runs towards what would be like a pond and sees himself. Now, he looks to be about 24 years old. Naruto's jaw dropped. Dude, I am one sexy motherfucker. Oh, I know, right? I made sure you were. I sculpted your body to be top notch. Naruto looks down with a full 8-pack blaring. He's like, whoa, this is just fucking wild, dude. You're the best. You're the best wingman. He's like, I know, man. Honestly, I've been waiting for someone to appreciate me. I was looking for the right people, but, everyone just seemed like they were going to freak out. And since you had that beast inside of you, I was like, this kid's probably already used to it. Naruto's like, I didn't even know I had a beast inside of me. Then I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So it resorts into them kind of just having to go and get some dinner first. So in order for that to work, they would actually have to go to a nearby, village before they head back to the Leaf Village. Because he still has to take the academy exam. So Naruto's going to go into this, and what it seems to be is just kind of a small village filled with outcasts. Now he walks into what would be the pub. Now why would he walk into the pub? Well, I would say that now he's curious. He wants to know what just drinks taste like, and he looks more than old enough now. And he's being hyped up by Venom. Venom's like, come on, man, just try it. Don't be a pussy. You know you want it. So he walks in and, he gets a drink. He tastes it and immediately he swallows it. And he smacks his tongue. Oh, it's bitter. Venom says, yeah, you like that, don't you? And Naruto's like, kinda do. Then he looks over and sees a girl drinking in the corner by herself. She has greenish orangish hair. This would be actually Pakura. If you know who she is, then you know she's a pretty baddie, not gonna lie. So probably one of the top tier waifus of the Naruto universe. If you don't, I definitely recommend looking her up on Google. I'm probably gonna put her in another thumbnail, not gonna lie. But I was too lazy to put her in this one. So Naruto's going to basically see her over there, and he's like, damn, she's hot. And that's when, it would lead towards Venom hyping him up. He's like, yeah, man, go talk to her. Come on, don't be a sissy. I want to see what you got. Show me some moves. After all, if she ain't blood, be a stud. Naruto's like, what? That was random. He's like, I know. So Naruto, being hyped up by his new wingman, or his best homie now, since he was a pretty lonely motherfucker beforehand, kind of walks over there, strolls over, and he's like, hey, how's it going? And she turns over with basically emotionless eyes, and she looks over, what do you want? Naruto's like, alright, fucking attitude, I see that. He's like, there's no need to be so attitudey with me. She's like, you got a problem, bud? Bud? She burps out. She's clearly filled with just drunk passion. She's like, if you got a problem, we could take it outside. Naruto's like, alright, bet. That's when Venom's like, dude, what the fuck? You're not supposed to fight the girl you're supposed to be picking up. Naruto's like, I never turned down a battle. Believe it. He's like, well, you better drop that believe it shit. That shit's getting annoying. Naruto's like, what? So they end up going outside, and it's going to lead into, well, I know you guys probably wondering what happened with Pakura. She's survived, apparently. I'll just say she survived somehow, and was kind of like, but since she felt betrayed by the village, she just left, and she's just been chilling on her own. And kind of turned into a drunken slumber, and that's why she's in this state. She ends up fighting against Naruto in a clear passage. She throws what would be like a scorch release at Naruto directly, expecting him to dodge. But Venom tells him, don't do it. Don't even bother dodging. He just coats his body really quickly in what would be like the Venom's type thing, or what would be on the screen. It would be coated in this, and then suddenly it just vanishes again, looking like nothing happened, like Naruto just tanked it, because it's instantaneous regeneration. She's mind-boggled. How did you do that? How much did I drink? Before she could even, react, she looks down at her hand looking for, a bottle. Naruto immediately comes up and gut punches her, whispers in her ear, damn, sucks, you're such a crazy bitch, you're pretty hot. Then, it leads towards, when she wakes up in the morning sober, she remembers that. She's like, that bastard. Who does he think he is? So as Naruto and Venom are preparing to leave, she comes up behind him and she says, hey, you! Who are you? Naruto turns around. Me? I'm Naruto Uzumaki. And you are? I never got your name. She's like, I'm Pakura. And then suddenly he's like, alright, well, I mean, that's a pretty cute name. She kind of blushes. She's like, why the fuck am I blushing? What's so special about this guy? I mean, other than the fact that he's really didn't care. He was so forceful. When Naruto's like, well, I'll be going. She's like, where are you going? Well, I'm going to the Leaf Village. That's when she's suddenly like, may I join? You want to come with me to the Leaf Village, Naruto would say. Well, yeah. Can you not hear? Are you deaf? I want to go to the Leaf Village. You intrigue me. You tanked an entire blast. Whether I was drunk or not, you tanked it easily. I don't know how you did it. And you're there's some secrets to you I want to find out. Naruto's like, there's some secrets to you I want to find out too, if you know what I mean. She's like, what? You pervert? He's like, thanks. So it would lead towards him going back and requesting an audience with what would be the third Hokage. Now the third Hokage is going to be like, alright. And he sees Naruto and he's like, doesn't recognize him at first. He's like, who are you? Naruto's like, oh, well, it's me, Naruto, you don't recognize me? Oh, wait, that makes sense. I'm 24 years old now. Third Hokage's taken extremely off guard. He's like, Naruto, are you serious? Naruto's like, yeah, it's me. You better believe it. He's like, oh shit, it is you. That's crazy. What the fuck? How has this happened? Naruto's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the QB and I'm here to kill you. Everyone gets on guard. The third Hokage is like, chill, guys, chill. Naruto's like, I'm just fucking with you guys. Damn, no need to be so high in tension. They look at Naruto with like a deadly look. Naruto's like, hey, you better watch yourselves. I might have to slap a hoe. Like, what? Naruto's like, yeah, that's right. I'll go ballistic on you guys. You guys don't stand a chance if I want to use my power. They're kind of getting a little irritated by Naruto. Naruto's like, hey, don't test me. Ask Pakura over there. Pakura is like standing over there. And then they hear Pakura and third Hokage immediately looks over. Wait, the Pakura? The Pakura? He looks over and sees her. He's like, I thought you were dead. She's like, yeah, I wanted people to think I was dead. After all, I was betrayed. So what more would come out of it going back to my village and informing everyone I was still alive so I can, them try to assassinate me again? This leads towards third Hokage asking the question, did he actually beat you? She's like, more or less. I hate to admit it, but the brat actually did it. He tanked an entire blast like it was nothing. Even though I was drunk, even if it was around the same output that I would have had when I was normally awake, this kid basically beat me. I wouldn't have been able to win at that point in time. This leads towards Naruto just nodding his head. Yeah, yep, she's right. Not only is she hot, she's smart. She kind of blushes. She's like, damn, this kid's good. Venom's like, nice one. That was smooth, buddy. Naruto's like, thanks. No, I've been working on that one. This leads towards the third Hokage, her actually intervening. She's like, you're telling me this kid was 13, though? This kid's 13? Naruto's like, yeah, I was 13. Not anymore. As you can see, I've matured mentally and physically. It has actually increased my memory quite a bit. Honestly, I don't even feel like the same individual whatsoever. I've never thought this way in the process before. I've seen my immaturities in the past, and I feel like a whole different person now. So I can't really even claim to be the same Naruto Uzumaki. See, those childish pranks I've done in the past, they're retarded. I wouldn't do those now. I'd rather flirt with girls. With someone pretty hot like you. She's like, damn, why are you so persistent on me? Naruto's like, I gotta practice somehow. She kind of laughs. Third Hokage's a little surprised. He's like, I don't understand this biological change. Do you mind getting checked out by the doctors? Naruto's like, not really. I don't really feel like being a lab rat. I hope you understand that one. That's when the guards interfere. They're like, if the third Hokage asks it, it's going to happen. As they walk over trying to touch Naruto's arms. Naruto immediately is kind of taken over by this new sense of strength. He flips it over and actually slams and dislocating from one of their shoulders. Now, this was out of just pure instinct because of Venom taking over. Then his voice kind of turns. He kind of turns into a more menacing voice. What are you talking about? You dare touch me? I just said what I wanted. Don't fuck with me, or I'll kill you in an instant. Then he's suddenly back to himself. Oh, sorry guys. I don't know what the fuck happened there, Everyone's taken aback, especially Pakura. What the fuck was that change? What happened to him? Naruto really doesn't even notice it himself. He's like, alright, whatever, just don't fuck with me. Everyone notices that, and they're like, whoa. Something happened to Naruto, and he's changed a lot. Third Hokage's like, let it be. There's no point in trying to interfere, especially since we just saw what happened. So it leads towards, Naruto kind of wanting to go on a mission his own. He's shown his capabilities, and he can't very well go on a normal team with what would be like him being almost the size of a captain. So he's got to go and prove his worth to actually become a Jonin. He gives him Third Hokage actually gives him a rank C mission, and he agrees with Pakura. He says, go there and you will become a Chunin. We won't say a Jonin, because Jonin would be a high rank for that. He sees Naruto's strength. He could make him a Jonin real easily, but he's just a little skeptical. So he sends him there with Pakura. Now Pakura was kind of just coming along because she wanted to. So as he's going there, he would escort Tazuna. Tazuna walks in, of course, and he sees Naruto, and he's like, at first he's like, what's this guy gonna do? Then he looks at Naruto and sees a little bit of like evil in his eyes, something deadly. And he's like, oh shit, I'm not fucking with this guy. Venom's just in his mind. He's like, yeah, this motherfucker knows. Don't fuck with us. We'll beat him up. This leads towards him going on the actual mission. And when the the Demon Brothers actually attack, this leads towards, Naruto taking care of that really quickly. He's just like, alright, he's gonna go, just like, it would really just be simple. He just kicks one back. He kicks the chain backwards, sending it flying into one of their faces, which would actually kill the other person, like kill them. And then he runs over and just kind of snaps the other's neck. Now, that's one notable change in Naruto. He doesn't hesitate to kill at this point in time. He doesn't even feel remorse for killing. He's basically just a pervy sociopath. It's pretty weird. So it leads towards Naruto actually going on, and Pakura's like, damn, this kid is crazy. Pakura immediately corrects herself. That's no boy. No boy would have killed like that with no hesitation, no remorse. No boy would have just lost it in the Hokage's office like that. This is a monster, a beast, a true warrior, and I respect it. I like it. Yes, her character would have changed a little. It's very similar to how she is in the anime, I would say, but I would say she would change a little to a more darker tone since she was betrayed and nearly killed, again, for just her capabilities. So it's gonna lead to them just carrying on, and a sword going over their heads and all that, like a Zabuza. And so now Pakura initially wants to fight against Zabuza and Haku by herself, because they would call out Haku with better sensory abilities, be like, your friend's in the background. So he's gonna come out. Now this leads towards them actually getting to a fight. She starts focusing only on Zabuza at first. Now, as they're fighting against each other, she's actually beating Zabuza pretty well. They're fighting in taijutsu, and she has the advantage since she's pretty good at taijutsu, and she can go into a mid-range attack and melt the sword. This leads towards, Zabuza's biggest weapon being a pretty big disadvantage for him right now. So that's when Haku has to come in. He actually encases her when she was getting too cocky in the ice mirrors, inflicting damage to her Achilles tendon, weakening her down in certain areas, where she's barely able to actually break the ice mirror to get out in time, and she rushes towards what would be, Haku trying to attack, and this leads to her actually kind of doing pretty well against Haku until Zabuza joins in, what would lead to him actually almost killing her. If the next blow was about to hit her, she would have died. So when Naruto interferes, he rushes forward. He actually transforms into his Venom state, catching the blade. And then he looks in and grabs Zabuza by his throat. And he says, well, him and Venom say in their state,
eyes, lungs, pancreas, so many snacks, so little time.
Yes, I did take that from the movie. It's a pretty good movie, in my opinion. I did my best impersonation. Now, Zabuza is practically shitting himself at this point in time. And then, Venom grabs him and begins eating him, swallowing him down in one gulp. There's no screams. He can't scream at this point in time. He's already been swallowed in one good fell swoop. He's digested. Now, this is the first time Naruto's ever consumed someone like this. Of course, they took in the Nine Tails, but it was a different way. But this, Naruto doesn't care. He's lost his emotions in such regard. He's practically just, he's kind of a walking, I shouldn't say corpse. He's just lost certain emotions in certain aspects. This leads towards, Pakura being, she looks at this in horror. She's kind of surprised. This beast, he's so wild. This is horrifying. Now, Haku is just filled with a blind rage, rushing forward. He rushes forward, trying to attack, Naruto. Naruto slaps him away, backhanding him into a tree. Haku coughs out blood and just says, "Who are you? Who are you?"
We are Venom.
He rushes forward and just crushes Haku's head in one fell swoop, the blood seeping out of his hands. And then he transforms back into himself, licking his finger. Huh. This is the first time I've ever done anything like that. But I will say, it was pretty satisfying, honestly. Sorry for any background noise. And the no venom in his head is just like, yeah, that was pretty satisfying, you know? That's my first meal, too. I think that was pretty good. Naruto says, let's make a deal, though. If we ever do eat anyone else, it's only the evil ones, or anyone who has a problem with us. That's as simple as that. There's no point in eating innocent people. It'll just make us look like the villains. Venom agrees. Perfectly fine. Let's just not eat the hot ladies. That's all I care about.
What? What the fuck?
And Naruto laughs. This leads towards him actually walking over to Pakura and helping her up. She's like, what is that? How? And Naruto's like, that's I'm pretty strong, you know? She's like, no, clearly, but you ate him. Naruto's like, he was gonna kill you. She's like, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying, you're not worried about that? Naruto's like, no. Now suddenly, she doesn't know why, but she's kind of turned on by that. She's like, what the fuck? This guy doesn't care. He's just a pervy fucking maniac. Now Naruto's like, oh, well, we better be going back. We better go finish the mission. So they finish the mission. Now Tasuna's like, what the fuck? He's like, saw that, and he's completely astonished. They're gonna go there. They're gonna get the whole building done. He's gonna take care of Gato's men pretty simply. And then they go back. As they go back, Pakura is like, Naruto, you've proved yourself pretty well. I'm thinking, I might give you a chance to, go on a date with me. Now, Venom inside his head is like, fuck yeah, bro. Told you. This girl's freaky, bro. She's into us eating people. Damn, she's a keeper.
What?
And Naruto's like, damn, bro. You are correct. This leads to him, Naruto's like, oh, really? That's pretty cool, trying to play it off. She's like, yeah, I think, yeah, I'm willing to take you on a date with me. Naruto's like, hey, isn't that like the guy's thing? She's like, well, I'll do whatever I want. He's like, hey, I like that. I like a strong, independent woman. And, she's gonna blush. She's like, yeah, well, I like a badass guy. Naruto's like, I guess I'm pretty badass, Do got some pretty big guns, as he looks down at his arms and starts flexing. She's like, hey, that's pretty cringy. You better stop that. Venom's like, no, buddy, don't stop. You gotta continue on. Show your masculinity. Show her your pure perfection of a body you have. He's like, you're right. He's like, are you sure? You sure you don't want to feel him? He walks over, showing and flexing his arms. And now, normally, Pakura wouldn't do this. She would be like, no, fuck no, dude. Why would I feel someone's arms? But she's kind of intrigued, kind of developing feelings for Naruto, as quite a few people have been. He's pervy, he's hot, or from a female's point of view. And, he's more or less just got this amazing confidence. Plus, he's pretty dark and badass, which she does enjoy. Now, she's for that. She's felt life has been dull in times beforehand due to being betrayed. Now she finally feels alive. Seeing someone else take a life that way, it's kind of weird and refreshing to her. Yes, it sounds weird, but it's something that enjoys her, or actually causes her pleasure. So basically, Naruto is, of course, back and preparing for the Chunin exams. Now, how would he prepare for the Chunin exams? Wait, he's not gonna have to. He's already a Chunin. Duh, yeah, he's a big boy now. He has big responsibilities. While he should be a Jonin, he's actually just a Chunin, because he did complete the mission, so he was made a Chunin. Now, he's of course waiting. He's just, chilling, because he's gonna watch the Chunin exams. And who's the best person to watch it with? His boy Venom, of course. Venom's there just waiting. He's like, hey, I've never seen this before. We get to see little kids beat each other up. That's fucking awesome, dude. And of course, Naruto's like, damn straight. Fuck, dude, I can't ask for anything better. Ooh, I could ask to see girls wrestling. That would be even better. Venom adds, in spandex. Naruto says, no, hear me out. Naked. Venom's like, bro, you're a fucking genius. Naruto's like, I know, right? I just imagined that, bro. Venom's like, this is why I'm glad I chose you. If I chose some random dude, we wouldn't be having this. I'd have to fucking take over her soul, which would have been pretty fucking hard. Naruto's like, wait, you can do that? Not with you. You're too fucking great. It's like, oh yeah, shit, bro, you're right, dude. So this is gonna lead towards, them actually just watching what would be like watching the first stage. So he's gonna be one of the people watching or seeing if people are cheating. Now Naruto really doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I just want to see some motherfuckers fight each other. So everyone else is doing all the work. And Venom's like, hey, there's that kid over there cheating. Don't hit the shotgun gun. Naruto's like, that's Sasuke. What a fag. Should I call him out on it? And then suddenly Venom's like, nah, bro. We don't snitch. Snitches get stitches, bro. And he's like, oh shit, you're right. I'm not a snitch. I'm not a snitch, so I'm not gonna do it. So he just watches. So alright. So it leads into them actually going into the forest. So who replaced Naruto on the team? We're gonna say that someone like Sai would have. Now Sai probably would still be in the foundation, would have completed his training at this point in time. But fuck it, let's put him in there anyways. So Sai is gonna be on the team, replacing Naruto since Naruto is now with Bakura. Now, like, on a team, they've kind of been doing team-oriented things. So it leads towards them actually just going in there as the team of 3. Naruto, however, is 24 years old, and no one knows that it's Naruto other than, like, people he's talked to, and he hasn't really talked to any of his old classmates. So this leads towards the entire encounter going down. And then Anko, suddenly, she realizes that something's going wrong. Orochimaru has actually invaded the area and taken the form of a female. And Naruto is around. He's been waiting, just like, hey, what are you so worried about? As he walks over to Anko and, just slaps her ass. She's suddenly like, hey, that's sexual harassment. And Naruto's like, oh, my bad, bro. Venom's like, hey, bro, gotta chill with that shit, bro. You trying to get us arrested? Naruto's like, damn, you're right. I shouldn't do that shit. He's like, oh, this is my hand slip. I was going for your shoulder, and then, it fell down, it slapped, the circumference of the radius of the left and right. She's like, shut up. Basically what I'm saying is, there's some intruder here, and this is who they should be disguised as. And I'm just like, damn, she's kind of fine, looking at the picture. And I was like, damn, I know, right? She's not that bad. So it leads into him, like, I'll go find him. She's like, are you sure you're even able to do that? She's kind of questioning Naruto. He may be handsome, but he seems to be a little wild. Very not caring about anything. I guess you could say nonchalant. He just doesn't care. He's a little crazy. But Naruto's like, I got you. Fuck, I became a Chunin overnight when I should be a Jonin. Like, don't worry about it. Don't question it. Hell, if it makes you feel better, you go one way, I'll go the other. Just like, alright, fine. I'm fine with that. So Naruto ends up going in, and he ends up actually encountering what would be, Orochimaru. By that I mean he's encountering him with the whole fucking, like Sasuke and Sakura thing and shit. So it's gonna be like Sakura, Sasuke, and Sai, they're all frozen with just fear of the bloodlust. And Naruto just comes in and he comes strolling and he's like, hey guys, how's it going? They're like, who's that? And Orochimaru, now still in his female form, Naruto then suddenly molts it into his real one. And Naruto's like, damn, you should have stayed as the female. I liked you a lot better that way. And now that I think of it, you weren't that cute in person. You looked way better on your photo. Sakura and Sasuke are just like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? And Naruto's like, hey guys, it's been a minute. I haven't talked to you guys in what? It's been like a month? They're like, Naruto? Only Naruto would have said shit like that. But this guy's a little more responsible, it seems. And he's way older. Naruto's like, hey guys, don't worry. I'll handle this. And Orochimaru's like, who do you think you are? Do you need me to handle you? Alright then. Let's battle, young one. Naruto's like, yeah, I am pretty young, Got these devilish handsome looks as he rushes forward, and suddenly he's behind Orochimaru, forming his hand and coated with the venom area. He grabs and just pierces through Orochimaru's chest, squeezing the heart. So Orochimaru has to fucking regurgitate himself. But suddenly, he's out again, and then here comes Venom. His entire body is now Venom. He runs forward and he just grabs Orochimaru by his neck, and he's about to eat him, but Orochimaru just kicks him back and goes flying back, losing his entire arm in the process, having to regurgitate himself again. Then suddenly Venom's like, if you keep moving, this is just going to be a harder process. I'm a little hungry. I haven't been able to eat someone since, the entire incident with Zabuza. Orochimaru's like, what? Naruto's like, yeah. He's pretty hungry. I wouldn't fuck with him. He's pretty wild when he's hungry. Sorry for any background noise. Basically, Naruto's like, just kind of conversating with Orochimaru, trying to distract him, and suddenly Venom takes over entirely, going flying forward. Such immense speed that it grabs Orochimaru, sends him flying into a tree, and before he can even realize it, he's been swallowed. He's not going to regurgitate now that the stomach acid is just going to eat him up, so he's dead. Like, rip Orochimaru. Now those fuckers, Sasuke, Sakura, and Sai are just like, what the fuck just happened? I think I'd rather deal with Orochimaru than this guy. This guy's fucking crazy. Then Naruto walks over and he's like, you guys can move now, as he taps every one of their shoulders. And, you know, they're over here just like, oh shit, who are you? That's, of course, what Sakura would say. Naruto's like, fuck, you don't remember me? Well, of course, I'm Naruto. You probably can't tell because of how sexy I look now. She's like, oh, someone's a little confident. But I will say, you do look pretty good. And Sasuke's like, you're not Naruto. Naruto's like, yeah, I'm Naruto. He's like, no, you're not. He's like, shut up, faggot. I am Naruto. If you're Sasuke, you're Sasuke. That's how it works. I can't just prove I'm fucking Naruto. So if I say I'm Naruto, I'm Naruto. He's like, what? Naruto would have never talked to me. Wait, Naruto would have talked to me that way. Shit, he might be Naruto. So this leads towards him actually going into what would be the third stage of the Chunin exams, handling that whole thing. Naruto's gonna go tell Anko that he fucking took care of the problem. She's like, what? How? Where's his body? Naruto's like, I disposed of it. She's like, where'd you dispose of it? Naruto's like, you don't want to know. She's like, I actually don't want to know at this point in time. She said, this guy's hot, but he's fucking crazy. A little too crazy for my tastes. This leads towards what would be, you know, the actual final part, where there's battles going in pace and shit. So since Naruto's not participating, Sai's going to take his place. I think he would more or less result in everything being the exact same. He would beat, what's his name, Kiba, but lose to Neji this time as an exception. So Neji's still going to be a little bit of an asshole until Naruto comes in and beats the shit out of him, maybe at a later date. Who knows? And, you know, would Naruto be pissed when he sees the fucking whole issue of Hinata getting her ass beat? Well, Naruto really doesn't give a fuck. He's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. That girl's getting pounded, bro. And I'm like, hey, dude, that's a little weird. That's some weird language you're using there. He's like, oh shit, you're kind of right, dude. My bad. I'll work on it. So this leads towards what would be, you know, the finale, or what would be like Gaara versus Sasuke. So they're training and shit. So now it's Sasuke versus Gaara, and you know, Gaara's going like, gets pretty fucking pissed and results in him leaving again, which he thinks the attack would go on, even though Orochimaru's dead. So it begins. Gaara is pursued by Sasuke. Naruto's like, I got this. He rushes over and he basically follows along. You see Sasuke getting his ass handed to him. He's like, you know, I'll intervene. Walks up. As a punch is about to land straight to Sasuke's face, he just blocks it casually. He grabs it and then he twists it, breaking the sand arm off. That was encasing a normal arm of Gaara. He grabs it and grabs Gaara by his throat. Huh. This is pretty good. He throws him back, and Pakura's there watching. Pakura's like, Naruto, I wanna do this. I didn't get to do anything in the last one. Naruto's like, fine. I gotta please the ladies after all. Then Venom's like, you know, smart decision, man. Gotta please the ladies, otherwise we're never gonna get out of the friend zone. Naruto's like, damn, dude, we're getting out of the friend zone. Don't worry about it. We're not even in the friend zone. We're above just any form of love zone, bro. We're just out of this world. That's how cool we are. And then I was like, damn, bro, you know, I thought I was the hype man, but I'm starting to think you're the hype man. And just like, me too. This is leading towards what would be, you know, Pakura running in. She's actually beating the shit out of Gaara. And it would, I guess, lead towards her having Gaara going into full Shikaku. Now that he has to go into full Shikaku, he ends up stepping on what would be, or kicking Pakura back, and she goes flying into the tree, and she seems to be damaged. Naruto gets a little pissed, but he's like, not my fucking Pakura, bro. He runs up, and he just ends up beating the shit out of Shikaku. By that I mean he just lands blows, and he's climbing up. He's flying around. Like, by flying, he's just clawing his way through the sand and sending him flying up. And then he slaps the shit out of Gaara, waking him up. Gaara goes flying on the floor, and Naruto grabs him by the throat. He's like, you little shit. You touched Pakura. You're not supposed to do that. Only I'm supposed to touch that hot piece of ass. What the fuck, dude? That's not how it works. You're gonna have to pay for that. You know, Venom's feeling a little hungry. I think that would be fucking awesome. And then, suddenly Naruto's thinking to himself, hey, Venom, do we gain the abilities of who we eat? He's like, yeah, we also gain the power. Naruto's like, fuck yeah. So, what he does? He, of course, eats him. And now that he's eaten him, guess what? Now he's got two-tailed beasts. What the fuck is this hack shit? And a symbiote? Oh, God level? Exactly. I know you guys are thinking what I'm thinking. Naruto, not only is he a fucking pervert and just pure sex appeal out of this world, he's now a god in strength. Best combination ever, of course. So this leads towards what would be like the finale when Naruto carries her up and he's like, hey, yo, you fine? She's like, she's just coughing. He's like, all right, bro, I got you. I'll heal you. She's like, you can heal me? He's like, I don't know. Can I, Venom? He's thinking in his head, and Venom's like, damn straight. Who do you think I am? He's like, yeah, just place your hands there, and I'll just restore some of her life force back into a certain area of her place and body. So she'll be fine. Naruto's like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. You're making me look badass. Venom's like, I know. Best wingman out here. So it leads towards him actually regenerating or healing her, and she's like, I'm fine. Thank you, Naruto. And she's kind of her cheeks are bright red. Naruto's like, yep, I did it. We made her look, she's looking at us good. So they end up walking into the city. As they walk into the city, it would be like Naruto being greeted with a bunch of applause. They see what he did. And if you think about Sasuke's still sleeping in the fucking corner like a little bitch. Yeah, Naruto forgot he was even there. I'll be honest. Naruto, yeah, he'll come back one day. And doesn't have Orochimaru to run off to, so yeah. So it leads towards every girl just cornering Naruto, just like, wait, I heard you were Naruto, and you just did that? You saved the village? What happened to you? You're so cool. Oh my god. And then suddenly, runs up. She's like, Naruto, I didn't know you could be so cool. And Naruto's like, and Naruto's like, I'm not really into the young girls. She's like, what? But you're 13. Naruto's like, if you look at me, I'm 24. I don't know what you're talking about. These biceps are not the size of a 13-year-old's. It's just sex appeal right here. There's no 13-year-olds. But hey, I appreciate it. It's a little flattering. You guys are all into me. And suddenly, he's like, just leads towards him actually pointing out Pakura in the crowd. And he's like, that girl right there, she is just, she's a goddess, bro. Compared to you, sorry, she's what the female race should just strive to be. You just look at her attitude, the fact that she's just so spicy and fucking just everything, like, fucking attitude, her fucking powers are pretty fucking hot, like, her body's hot, like, dude, you guys just strive to be like that. Every girl's getting a little jealous. But Naruto, as they rush over to try to kind of like hug on his body, Pakura's like, fuck that, that's my man, she's thinking. She runs over and grabs Naruto and runs off. Now Naruto, of course, he's seen what's going on. It's time for him to train. He's got to go around the fucking world. This is like the training arc of when he would be like leaving with fucking Jiraiya. Because what else would he do? Sasuke's not gonna leave. Orochimaru's dead, so he can't do shit. So he's just, he's with Pakura and he's thinking, he's not like, Pakura, I want to go and fucking find the other tailed beasts. Because why not, Maybe I'll eat some people, steal their tailed beast. Fuck, I don't know, just have some fun. She's like, why would I come? He's like, because you're my girl, duh. She's like, since when have I been your girl? And he's like, since I made you my girl. And Venom's like, ooh, that was a nice one, bro. That was fucking clean. He's like, I know, right? I've been practicing that shit, bro. They're like, holy shit, bro. Fuck yeah. She's like, damn, this guy has confidence. I like this shit. She's like, fine, I guess I'll go. Naruto's like, that's what I like to hear. Let's get going. So, they're going to embark on their journey. Now, Naruto, he's getting prepared. He's like, I got to go get this fucking training up because there's one individual I'm pretty hyped to meet. Someone's been telling me about him. Guess who's been telling him about it? Third Hokage's been mentioning Jiraiya a lot. Apparently, he heard he's a pervy motherfucker. He's like, alright, another pervy individual? That's my type of guy, bro. And Venom's like, yeah, this motherfucker sounds interesting. Probably not as interesting as you, but sounds pretty interesting. So, basically, Venom just brings out the inner pervert in Naruto, let's be honest. So now they're going to begin going on in the trip, they're just strolling around, basically, running, because they're fucking crazy. They're pretty strong. They can just consistently run and like it's nothing. So Venom's like in talking with Naruto in his head. He's like, I don't understand you humans. You guys have such easy ways of gaining immortality. By immortality, I mean the ability not to age. I stopped you from aging after I evolved your body. Naruto's like, oh yeah, what do you mean by that? He's like, well, I gained the chakra resources and I simply just put them in to actually stop your insides from aging as well as your outer body. Naruto is just like, what? You can do that? He's like, yeah, did you not, like, have you never heard of Lady Tsunade? Fucker's like pretty hacks. Naruto's like, no, how the fuck do you know more about this world than I do? He's like, oh yeah, because as you're sleeping, I'm fucking doing shit, bro. I'm straight up like taking over your arms and like looking up shit. He's like, looking up, what do you mean? He's like, I read books, okay? I'm smart. I've got a fucking like 3.9 GPA. I'm fucking intelligent, my guy. This guy, Naruto's like, oh shit, you're smarter than I am. He's like, damn straight I am. He's like, that's why I'm here. The perfect combo of retardation. He's like, yo, you're right. So this leads towards him just, fucking, talking about it. He's like, so can I like teach this to Pakura? Because I don't want that bitch dying. That would suck, losing my lover. He's like, yeah, you're right. There's no fucking girl as hot as her. And he's like, and then he mentions, he's like, Naruto mentions, he's like, maybe I should go start flirting with other girls. And then he's like, fucking Venom's like, no, bro. Are you retarded? That's a fine piece of ass right there. That's like the hottest girl we've ever come across. You don't want to fuck that shit up, bro. If you keep that shit in prime, there's no topping that. He's like, you're right. So I shouldn't do it. He's like, yeah, man. I mean, I'm all for the pussy, but you don't want to sacrifice something that good. You could, of course, just like piss off other girls and get them into you, but it just makes her more jealous. So, of course, it's going to lead to your benefit. Like, she's going to love you even more. Naruto's like, you're a fucking madman. Venom's like, thanks. I know. I try to be. And this leads towards, them actually finally encountering what would be like the blue fucking cat one. Because why the fuck not? That shit's, we're going to go across that one. They're basically doing the Akatsuki's job for them, if you think about it. But they don't care. They just want to go and fucking kill people and take their shit. Yeah, I guess they could be called robbers or shit. Realistically, they don't care. They're just having fun. It leads towards them just finding her, and they're like, "Ayo, you're a Jinchuriki, I can tell." She's like, "How can you tell?" Pakura, of course, says. Naruto's like, "Oh, well, I can tell because, I'm a Jinchuriki, duh, stupid." She's like, "Hey, that's not nice." And Venom's like, "Hey, bro, keep doing that. I can see it. She's getting turned on." He's like, "What? Whoa, yo, what? This bitch freaky." Naruto, Venom's like, "I know, right, bro? She was into us eating people. What the fuck would you expect? This bitch is kinky as fuck." So it leads into him actually, getting into a battle. They're like, "Hey, yo, let's battle. Winner gets the other person's tailed beast." She's like, "I don't want your tailed beast. I can barely handle my own." Naruto's like, "I don't give a fuck. We're gonna go, and we're gonna go battle right now. Otherwise, this entire village is gonna get killed." She's like, "What? Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, let's go. There's a field over there. We can have the aftermath be very small compared to this." She's like, "All right, bet." So they end up going there. She's like, "I really don't want to fight you. There's no point in fighting a fellow Jinchuriki." Naruto's like, "There's no point in fighting in general. I just want to fucking fight, don't I? Plus, I've been a little hungry." That's of course Venom speaking. And she's like, "What do you mean hungry?" She's like, "What?" Pakura is like, understands this completely. She's like, "Oh shit. This fucker's actually gonna eat her just because he wants to?" And Naruto in his mind is just like, it's another excuse, fuck. This is a hot piece of ass. Just wonder what a bitch would taste like. I haven't eaten a girl yet, have I? Venom's like, "No, bro. They might taste better for all we know." So this leads into him actually getting to the altercation. Sorry for any background noise. It's probably gonna be a little fucking sirens. Shit, I'll just pause my shit real quick. Alright, now that that interruption's gone, let's get back into this shit. So, he just straight up just fucking comes in and starts mossing her. She attacks, goes into her full fucking, tailed beast state. Naruto's like, that ain't shit. Turns into his Venom state, and he's like, "Hey, well, Venom, wanna, give me some weapons?" And he's like, "Bro, I got you." Morphs his hand into a fucking big-ass sword, slices off one of the fucking tailed beast's legs, it goes flying over. Naruto's like, Whoppa! Beats the shit out of him, sends the bitch flying back. He's like, alright, bro, you're gonna be pretty fucking tasty. Eats the bitch, absorbs her powers, and now what? He's got 3-tailed beasts, bro. Bro, hacks. This motherfucker is godly. Like, I don't see any way anyone's gonna beat this dude. Like, he had 2, and now he has 3. Like, tell me anyone who's gonna beat that. No one, exactly. Naruto's a god. He's fucking better than the Sage 6 Pass. He'll eat ass. That's all I know. This leads towards Naruto actually going back with Pakra. He's like, oh, that was a pretty good snack, wasn't it? She's like, dude, I don't know how to feel about that. He's like, you know you liked it. Don't lie. He's like, you wish you could eat that shit. She's like, how are you even able to eat people? And Naruto's like, well, you know, it's just, fuck, I have to, bro. It's just something that happens. You know, it's just a drive inside my body. Fuck, those sirens are getting annoying, not gonna lie. Without further ado, let's get back into this one for the 3rd time. Alright. Now, you know, they're gonna go back, you know. She's just like, she's thinking to herself, she's like, well, I mean, Naruto eats people. This dude eats people. But I don't seem to care. What the fuck? I don't care that he's eating people. I mean, sure, usually it's justified. I mean, that last one wasn't really justified, but she actually turns over to Naruto and asks him, why? Why did you eat her? Naruto's like, hey, are you stupid? There's a group called the Akatsuki out there. Yeah, Venom informed me of it. I just want to let you know, there's a group going after him. They would have killed her anyway and just taken it for themselves. Why can't I kill her and take her power for myself? And she's thinking about this, like, why couldn't you just protect her? Naruto takes this as an advantage. He's like this, well, why would I want to protect another girl other than you? She's like, I don't need protection. He's like, I know. That's what makes you so damn hot. She's like, whoa, that was smooth. And Venom's like, bro, dude, you're getting good at this shit. Naruto's like, it's only because I got you as the wingman, bro. They're like fucking high-fiving each other in this fucking mental state. This leads towards them actually going back into what would be, you know, the normal village. Then, you know, Naruto goes into his room, and guess who's waiting there? Some old dude with fucking long white hair. And he's reading a book, and he has this weird look on him in his face. And then suddenly Naruto's like, hey, who are you, man? He's like, oh, I'm Jiraiya. Naruto's like, really? That's crazy. I'm Naruto. What the fuck you doing in my house? You trying to get folded? He's like, what? He's like, you're Naruto? Pff, I call cap. Cut the cap. Naruto's like, no, dude, I'm seriously Naruto. He's like, no, Naruto's 13 years old. He's like, no, I'm 24. What are you talking about, bro? You have dementia, Alzheimer's disease or some shit? I mean, hey, old man, don't you get all fucking bent out of shape? Naruto's like teasing the shit out of him. He's like, no, you're fucking kidding me. Then he looks at the traits and he's like, he does resemble Minato quite a bit, so how the fuck did you age so fast? Naruto's like, you know, if I'm being honest, it just happened, bro. Like, I don't even know. Of course he's gonna lie. He's still keeping Venom a secret. And that's when Jiraiya's like, well, I'm here to train you. And Naruto's like, really? That's crazy. I pass. He's like, what? What are you talking about? Naruto's like, I could beat anyone's ass. I don't see any way I even need more training. Like, I'm gonna train myself. He's like, are you sure about that? You want to go battle? He's like, fuck yeah. And then Naruto, of course, makes an offer. My thing is, after this battle, let's go get some beer. Let's go drink, and then maybe go look at like a ninja strip club or some shit like that. You know, why the fuck not?
What?
Jiraiya's like, I like you, kid. I like you already. I'll just have to straighten out your cocky attitude. Naruto's like, you'll see, old man. You'll see, old man. They're gonna go out to a sparring field. Jiraiya's, you know, like, he's like, I guess I'll take it easy on you, young one. Naruto's like, you take it easy on me, bro. Venom's laughing inside his head. He's like, bro, we should whoop this dude's ass. This geezer doesn't know what he's talking about. Naruto's like, it wouldn't be nice. We're basically picking on the elderly. Like, that's fucked up. We shouldn't do that shit. And, you know, this leads towards him actually an altercation. Naruto's like, hey, come at me, old man. And instead of calling him pervy sage, it's just gonna be old man, because Naruto's pretty disrespectful, if we're gonna be honest. But this dude is, of course, the guy. He's gonna eventually figure out. He's gonna be like, oh wait, yo, you're right. That's the one that fucking Third Hokage mentioned. Oh, this guy's genius. His leads towards, you know, Jiraiya rushing forward, trying to attack Naruto. Naruto's just taking the hits permanently. He's like, hey, this ain't shit. And Jiraiya's noticing this, so he starts using some hair jutsu. He's trying to use it against Naruto. Naruto just bats that shit to the side and then grabs him by the neck. He's like, hey, old bitch, got you. He slams him down. He's like, my girl likes being choked like this. She kinky as fuck. He's like, what? You got a girl? He's like, yeah. Her name's Pakura. He's like, yo, bro, you are the G. And they basically just stop fighting and start talking about, girls. And then they go and get some drinks. And then go peek on girls in the bath, because, why the fuck not? Now, Naruto realizes he's become a full-out pervert. Ever since Venom came around, he's changed his life. For the better, of course. Naruto is fucking awesome. He's satisfied with this. Venom's the best homie he could ever ask for. And, he thanks him. He's like, yo, I'm glad you fucking came and got me and saved my ass. Venom's like, I'm glad I picked you. I mean, this pervy dude would have been pretty good, but personally, I like you, boy. You got the devilish looks. And he's like, I know, I am one sexy mofo. Now that you guys have actually made it through all of that shit, now you can go here, because honestly, I didn't even have the patience to watch that thing, so congratulations to you. You get an achievement in my book. But now that we're here, basically Naruto ended up beating the fucking horny god's ass, which is basically Jiraiya. And he's like, hey, fuck it. Me and Venom are just gods. We have all these powers, like fucking four-tailed beasts practically, if I remember correctly. They're just hacks at this point. So yeah, that's basically all they are. Now, due to Naruto basically obtaining multiple tailed beasts, the Akatsuki make him a main priority, especially since they have to get in sequential order. So ultimately they have to get, the one tail, Shikaku, and all that shit, and then they have to put it in Nine Tails being last. So since they see this and the fact that he has multiple, they're like, fuck it, dude, this actually makes sense. We can get multiple of it. And it's basically just killing like 4 to 5 birds with one stone, which is awesome. It's like ricocheting type shit. And Naruto is expecting this. He's training, he's pumping up, he's going to the gym, he's like getting that Rocky fucking song on, throwing the boxing things. Venom's like, yeah, man, you got this shit. What the fuck do you? Yo, you're gonna fuck some shit up, and then after that, you're gonna go and slay the pussy. He's like, I know, bro. You understand what I'm thinking. He's like, dude, of course I understand what you're thinking. Yeah, I am your homie. He's like, oh shit. Honestly, bro, I'm thankful you're here. He's like, dude, you fucking say that all the time. I'm starting to think you're going gay on me. He's like, no, bro, it's not gay. It's homosexual. He's like, oh shit, you're right. So therefore, he's just fucking chilling. So, he's doing the sit-ups, getting all fucking fit, and then suddenly Pakura walks in, and she's like, she sees his hotties. She's like, oh shit, yo, he's got the 8-pack pop just blaring. He's like, oh shit, Pakura, what's up? You want to work out with me? She's like, oh, I was thinking more so that you and I, could, smash. He's like, whoa. Venom, do you hear this bitch? He's like, yo, dude, I do hear this bitch. It's been 2 years. Not even, like an entire, 3 years out of, the 3 years they had to train. And she's already fucking into us? Honestly, we've kind of stepped off with our flirting. What the fuck is this? Dude, I'm beginning to think if we play hard to get, it has a better influence. He's like, you're right. Bro, just deny it. Wait, you serious? Yeah, bro, you could get pussy later. It's like, dude, this is gonna be better. You don't want to give her the benefit of controlling your sex life. You gotta make the decision. You decide when you sleep with her. Naruto's like, you're fucking right, dude. I'm gonna say no. Sorry, I've already made plans. Wait, you've already made plans? What do you mean? Yeah, I've been really committing to the gym, and if I nut, I might just lose all my gains. What are you talking about? That makes literally no fucking sense. No, I don't think you would understand. You don't work out like I do. Yeah, it's basically gains all day. I only live for gains. You wouldn't understand. You're pretty skinny. You're skinny too. What are you talking about? He says as he flexes his biceps. I'm pretty fucking ripped if I do say so myself. She's like, fine, yeah, you may be ripped and shredded, but it doesn't mean you're like some fucking bodybuilder. He's like, actually. And then he begins to bulk up using Venom's fucking shit. She's like, that's cheating. He's like, not really. I'm just a god. So henceforth, I win this argument. She's like, alright, well, whatever. I guess I'll come back later or some shit like that. She ends up walking out. She's like, what the fuck, did he really just deny me? I mean, I was gonna tease him and say, ha, I got him, but it just didn't work out. So therefore, she's basically fallen in love with the faggot, completely. She already liked him before, but, now just imagine that, hella hard to get. Damn. So, Naruto and Venom basically are just, they're talking with each other. They're fucking around this entire time. And they're getting pretty OP, or at least ripped. That's really their only focus. They're already so OP, they don't have to focus on anything else. They're only trying to get shredded and hyping each other up. So, Naruto ends up just walking around. He's like, hey, dude, bro, like, I just got one thing I want to say. He's like, I've been thinking about it. Why show up to the battle with the Akatsuki normal? Venom's like, what are you thinking, man? He's like, dude, what if you're like, those cart things, like how we pull around wagons and shit? He's like, yeah. It's like, what if we had that, but like the size of where we can fit in it, and then like we're controlling it? He's like, what do you mean? Like, whoa, that would be genius. He's like, I know, right? He's like, yo, we could literally control that shit and steer it. He's like, yeah, but how would you like get momentum? He's like, dude, you could like expand over it and then like fucking use your legs to like kick it and then control it. So therefore it's like automatic steering, even better. He's like, dude, you are a fucking genius. You're a madman. He's like, bro, I know. So henceforth, they begin working on that cart, basically just ordering it, getting bigger. And he's like, yo, what do you want it to look like when I take over? He's like, dude, I want this shit to look spectacular. So it basically turns into some sort of like fucking Corvette type thing. Honestly, it wasn't even intentional. It's just because, fucking plot convenience to be realistic, and so it's badass. So when the Akatsuki end up showing up, it's like all of them just popping up. Obito's just watching from afar. He's gotta be okay and be sure about this shit. But he ends up drifting in unintentionally. A car ends up flipping, and then it lands down. He's like, yeah, that was intentional. And they're like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Because it came in at like 90 miles an hour, and that's pretty fucking fast. That could probably do some damage to the Akatsuki members. They're like, what the fuck was that? And Naruto steps out. He's like, hey, yo, Venom, like, you want to gauge these powers for me? Like, just look at them. He's like, all right, I got you. I'll tell you which ones are the strongest to the weakest. He's like, oh, that one right there, pointing at Hidan. Weakest. Easy, without a doubt. Next one, Kakuzu. The dude's a fag. You can already tell. Just look at him. He looks gay as fuck. Like, look at the fucking... He's got, like, 5 masks on him. There's probably some dudes he fucking suck their dicks off to take it. He's like, damn, dude, you're right. So then he points to another, and it's fucking Itachi. He's like, that dude's pretty fucking strong. I'm not gonna lie. You might want to avoid him. But, I mean, you could beat him, but, like... I don't know, something about him. Seems like a Chad to me. He's like, alright, bro. Like, if he's a Chad, I might have to let him live. Then he points to fucking, basically, Pain. He's like, that dude? He's depressed. He wants to commit suicide. I mean, honestly, he's begging, practically crying out for help. Like, all those other faggots behind him are all connected to him. He's like, how do you know this shit? He's like, bro, I am just omnipotent at this point. He's like, dude, did you get into my fucking mustache again? And Venom's like, oh, bro. No, I swear I didn't. I swear it was my mustache this time. So, oh shit, alright. So therefore, they're all like, what the fuck are you doing talking to yourself? He's like, dude, I'm not talking to myself. I'm in the middle of a conversation. He's like, fine, I guess they want to hear you. Venom ends up popping up. He's like, hey, oh, what up, faggots? And they're like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? He's like, hey, it's the guy I'm talking to. They're like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna lose. You're gonna come along with us. He's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'll fucking whip your asses. Hidan ends up coming up. And Venom's like, yo, you thought? Fucking throws a mini-tailed beast bomb. Incinerates the faggot. Then another dude comes over. And it's like, yeah, Hidan may be immortal, but he's like disintegrated. So whoop-de-doo. If he doesn't have a body, it's not like he's just like dead at that point. So then others come and they're trying to fucking kill him, and he just dodges, takes care of them. Honestly, it's pretty boring because he's just like, just outside jutsuing him. He's much faster, he's more capable, and like his like reaction speed is just omnipotent. So he kicks one in the face, slams the other one down. Itachi comes over. He's clearly not wanting to go against the least strongest opponent. So, and like Naruto can tell that he's holding back, so he's like, oh, you're holding back. Well, in that case, I'll just knock you the fuck out, and then I'll save you the pain of dying. So he straight basically gut punches Itachi, then he grabs him by the throat, slams him to the floor, throws him into the air, slams him to the floor, slams him up into like the air again, and slams him down. He's like, Venom's like, dude, you're supposed to knock him out, not fucking give him a concussion and then fucking break open his skull, have his fucking brains fall out. He's like, what do you mean? I am knocking him out. He's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about knocking out. Maybe when you're fucking begging your bitch Pakra, but she's kinky as fuck. Let that shit go. He's like, alright, fine, bro. Alright, whatever. So he ends up letting him go. He's like, he's knocked out, not dead, right? And Venom's like, he's fine. Alright. It moves on. He starts beating all Pain's ass pretty simply, relatively easy. Like Pain, he could use like Shinra Tensei, and suddenly he's like starts to summon the meteor after Shinron Tensei doesn't even work. As he summons the meteor, Naruto's like, oh, a meteor. Yo, I've got you, buddy. That's all you. I've got one too. As he snaps his fingers, and suddenly a fucking ginormous, like, tailed beast bomb just activates, slamming downward, incinerating that. And then suddenly, as the Diva Path tries to fucking attack Naruto, he uses Magna Release, controls sand, it wraps around, he like sand burial, destroys the bodies. He has all of the abilities. So he's OP as fuck and grabs him and then he rips him apart, finds the real Pain's body. He's like, hey, you! I see you. You are actually the one in charge here, aren't you, bud? He's like, whoa, who would have thunk? He's like, I thought. That's why I said it. I'm smart. He's like, oh shit, alright. So he ends up slaughtering him, and then he's like, dude, but you got a baddie. After, he's basically dead, so I don't know why he's saying it. But he's like, hey, this bitch is bad as fuck, isn't she, Venom? Pointing to Konan. Now, Konan is like, what the fuck are you? You just killed, like, my best friend, and now you're trying to bang me? He's like, no, I'm not trying to bang you. I got Pakura at home. I mean, unless you're willing to have a threesome. She's like, no, I'm not. Like, maybe. Give me some time. He's like, alright, yeah, here's my number. Basically fucking just telling him fucking post box. That's all their numbers are. Like, they don't have fucking telephones. So here's my post box. Make sure to email me if you want to have that threesome with me and Pakura. She's like, yeah, okay. But so basically it leads to them fucking handling that. Obito watched that. He's like, what the fuck just happened? What? How? How is Naruto this strong? Now Naruto, he hears, like, he basically gets this little presence. Basically, it's his enhanced skills already. And then Venom sensed it as well. He's like, yo, you sense that shit? He's like, yeah, bro, I sense that. And he goes over and he beats the shit out of Obito, real simply. Like, before he got there so fast, Obito couldn't even phase. He just incinerated the entire thing. Then he goes home. He sees Pakura there, and he's like, now it's time. Time to duel. He pulls out his fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card, slams it down. Pakura's like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, bro, I'm trying to smash, but only if I win this. She's like, wait, well then why wouldn't I just let you win? He's like, if you fucking throw this match, I'm gonna be pissed. She's like, I don't even know what the fuck these cards are. He's like, I don't know what they are either, but like, plot convenience. So he's fucking, throwing these Yu-Gi-Oh cards around. He's winning this match, and then he starts banging the bitch, and that's the end of the what if. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. You know what you're probably thinking? You're like, what the fuck happened at the end? And I'm like, honestly, I don't even know. I feel like that was the entire what if. Like, I don't even know what fucking happened to that what if. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I might have another video up. It's like 6 in the morning. I haven't even gone to bed yet. So I was just like, fuck it. So yeah, I'm out.
Just search. Wait, who's that in the dark? Probably other dwellers plotting, ripping you apart. Haven't ate in ages, that's some raw talent, can we taste it? LMAO, no you can't, oh bitch, I'm silly with this Draco, listen closely. I'm too hard to handle, Balenciaga stepping.